Yes, the Martinique flag has officially been updated.
So France is crumbling, and I, for one, am very proud to be the one to give you this news. So the country of Martinique, I guess, has seen all that's been going around with all the other French colonies and has decided to jump on board. As of this moment, there's no talk of revolution. They're not saying anything about cutting ties with France. But one thing they're doing is they're changing their flag. They're saying that the flag that they have was given to them by France and they do not recognize it because it's a colonial flag. And they are now changing their flag. So this is the former flag of Martinique. This is the flag they've had for however long, I don't know. But it's the flag that was given to them by France. And this is the new flag of Martinique. They've chosen to go with the red, green, and blue, the Pan-African colors. In other words, they're basically moving closer to their African roots. Martinique is an island that's still a French colony. It's an island of black people. And yeah, so France right now is losing it. They're losing it, and I am here for it. So far, France has lost Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Chad, what's it called? New Caledonia is rioting right now. They're having a revolution. Martinique looks like they're gonna move. By the way, France makes its former colonies pay taxes, which amounts to over $500 billion a year. You heard that, $500 billion every year. So all of you wondering why all these African countries, because till today, African countries are still paying the colonial nations for being enslaved. So right now, France is about to lose $500 billion a year in taxes that it gets from its colonial colonies. France also prints the money for a lot of West African countries, and they tax them for that too. So France is losing in total. France is probably losing about $1 trillion a year once all of its colonies leave, and that'll be it. That'll be it. French people will now everyone that's been moving to France, all these Arabs, all these Africans that you've been complaining going to France, they've been going to France because France has been milking them dry. So right now they're cutting France off so that they could start rebuilding, so their people could come back home and have everything they need. But yeah, France is it's crumbling, and I'm here for it. I am absolutely fucking happy.
And I am here for it too. I'm hoping and looking forward to more revolutions globally. I cannot wait for every single freaking one of us to actually be free of them folks. Good job, Somali, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria. Love what people are doing there. Love what they're doing as well in Senegal, Chad. Shout out to my people in Martinique. You guys are doing amazingly well, changing the flag. My country, Nigeria, I could learn one or two from you people, because I'm still wondering why it's 2024 and my country is still called Nigeria. That's a name that was given to us by the side chick of Lord Lugard. Like Nigeria, take cues. They are dropping tips on what we need to be doing right now. Nigerians, please, let's do something, please. Like, people are doing stuff, we're not doing much. Like, that's what I'm saying. We can start with the name Nigeria. I so bloody hate that I still have to be going around going by that title that was given to us by colonizers. By side chick of colonizer. Like, I don't even know which one makes it worse. The fact that it was given to us by a colonizer, or the fact that it was given to us by the side chick of Anyways. Can we do something? Anything? And hell no, this us going back to our formal national anthem is not the anything I'm talking about. What the actual hell is happening in this country? I beg, Ejo, let's get back to the countries that are actually doing the needful.
France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France. She belongs to no one else, neither China, nor the United States, nor anyone else. It is high time for France to lift its knee off our neck and put an end to this unjust oppression. Centuries of misery, human trafficking, colonization, and neocolonization have caused immeasurable suffering. It's time to put an end to this cycle of oppression. It's high time for France to leave us alone. It's time for France to take a cue from its European neighbors and learn a valuable lesson in independence. Germany is the leading economic power in Europe. significantly surpassing France, which is ranked as the third or fourth largest economic power globally. Germany does not exploit any country, any colony. I can mention Italy, I can mention Spain, who had colonies before, but who do not exploit anyone, who do not interfere, who do not impose leaders in their former colonies. On what grounds does France believe it can continue to impose leaders on us and make choices on our behalf? This must come to an end. And the emerging Africa, the African youth, the African elites, and the African diaspora all stand united in saying no, it cannot continue any longer. France's hypocrisy is evident and pervasive in daily life. Let's examine the cases of Mali and Chad as prime examples of this hypocrisy. In Chad, where the constitutional process has been interrupted, France applauded and its president visited to officially consecrate the new king's coronation ceremony. In Mali, where it is not the constitutional process that has been interrupted, but the transition process, France has condemned and even packed up its things to say that it is leaving Mali. That's hypocrisy. It's the double standard. It is the double language that France employs in its dealings with Africa. During our questioning of Mr. Jean-Yves Le Drian regarding the situation in Ivory Coast and France's decision to allow a third term, he provided a clear explanation. He stated that while he accepted the third term for Ouattara, he refuses it for Belarus. He emphasized that France has condemned the situation in Belarus and has actively encouraged the European Union to do the same. Le Drian explains that in Belarus, millions protested, unlike Ivory Coast, where there were no mass demonstrations on the streets. This is how France deals with African issues. Personally, we expect absolutely nothing from France. We desire her to cease meddling in our matters so that the people of Senegal can exercise their freedom of choice rather than being influenced by France's selection of a candidate using the tactics we are aware of. We begin by targeting individuals, adorning them with the Legion of Honor or a similar knightly rank, enlisting them in Masonic lodges, and informing them to prepare themselves as they will be next in line. Even the hypothesis that Macky Sall may not succeed, we know who is being prepared by France. This must come to an end. It will not occur in this manner any longer. Let's be clear. We have absolutely nothing against the French people. In France, both political and citizen voices are rising to hold and express the same discourse as the one I am currently presenting to you. For example, the deputies, such as Mrs. Frédérique Dumas, who regularly speaks on the platform of the Assembly, who regularly writes to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, since she is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, to raise this unfair behavior of France towards Africa, hold the same speech as us. The same Mr. Jean-Luc Mélenchon, Jean-Paul Lecoq, André Chassaigne, all deputies, hold the same discourse as us, and hundreds of other voices. The NGOs, like other non-profit organizations, are doing remarkable work in the same direction. We strongly urge France to listen to the voices that speak to it about our plan for a more collaborative, fairer, and sustainable partnership between Africa and France. It is crucial that we work together towards a future that is equitable, just, and environmentally conscious. If she listens, I believe we'll have beautiful days ahead in our collaboration together. If he doesn't know how to cut it, thinking he can continue to function like in the time of our grandfathers, this African youth no longer accepts it.
In order for them to be the ish, they have to be on our necks to get there. I mean, this is a mentality that they have, because personally, I believe everybody can eat. I believe everybody can enjoy. I believe we all can share and be all right. But these people don't have a sharing mentality. They have a collect it all mentality. They have a let the rest starve and die. Only our bellies deserve to be filled. Only us deserve good stuff. Only us. They want everything for themselves. That's why we are even here. Because if you ask the collective of African people globally, we are okay with sharing. We are okay with everybody being okay, right? We are okay with everybody being happy. We are okay with everybody being prosperous. And hell, we can all be prosperous. there is an abundance for everybody, but these people don't have that mentality. They want to own it all. They want to be the only ones having soft life. They want to be the only ones who are prosperous. So because they have this mentality of want to take and never give and never leave room for anyone else to come take, because they want to take it all, right? They don't want a situation where we would be in control. This mentality that is going to drive them right to the point that they are so scared of. That one group of people is just this bone in everybody's throat. A literal thorn in our flesh. Haba. Now Leonade. This video I made a couple of days ago, if you missed it, it's going to be linked down below in the comment section, where we covered a tweet that was shared by the former economic minister of France. In his tweet, he was blaming the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, where he said that it's because of the imbecility of Emmanuel Macron, that's why Africans are now waking up. And he was encouraging his fellow palm-colored folks to fight against the African vision that's now rising on the continent. He was basically, long story short, encouraging his people to find a way to keep the hold that they have over Africa and Africa's people globally, because if they don't keep their knees on our necks like they have been for over 500 years now, what happened in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, etc., is going to happen eventually across the continent, and that's going to mean hell for them. But it's even more insane that still they have gotten to this point and that's clearly seen the inevitable future that awaits them. Instead of them to start thinking about, oh, you know what, maybe it's time we change our ways. Maybe it's time we try to coexist with other groups of people. How about we just stop with the wickedness? How about we just stop with the selfishness? How about we let people eat as we are eating? How about we let people enjoy freedom, the same ones we enjoy? How about we let people enjoy the goodness and pleasures in this life, the same ones that we enjoy? Because it really doesn't have to be like this. It really doesn't have to be like this. They be so scared of people doing to them what they did to people, but they don't want to change their ways. So their inevitable fear don't come to pass. Like, it's crazy. The mentality, I would never be able to understand it. Like, if you fear a future that you see coming and you know what you need to do to avoid it, why not do what you need to do to avoid that future? Even when it's so easy. But instead, what do? They continue to pile and pile and pile on the evils, like as if they don't have enough bad reputation, and make sure that the future that they are so scared of come to pass for real. Anyway, shout out to my people. Kudos to each and every one of you who are out there doing what needs to be done. I look forward to more revolutions. I look forward to more liberations. Let's continue to keep hope alive. Remember, sometimes it may look like, ish are not really going down, but trust me, they are. It's the little droplets of water that fills the cup. Right now, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Chad, Martinique, they are dropping their little droplets. Let's join them so that we can get that full cup of water and all quench our thirst in freedom, happiness, all that good stuff, prosperity, you name it, we're going to get there eventually. I just want to bring this quick update to you guys. I'm happy, I'm in a mood. I came by it and I'm like, oh, this is good news. I love sharing good news. Sometimes we bring the not so pleasant news on here, but I like to balance it up and bring some good news as well. So of course, do let me know down below in the comment section what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, as always, I would see you guys in the next one. Bye.
The reason why predominantly white countries like France, the UK, and America are resorting back to full-face fascism is because they're broke. If you are in a country that has an Independence Day because of them, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your borders, because they're coming back.